Hi, my name is Isra Al-Badri. Today, me and my team, Ryan, Kriss, Osman Ukil, Meena Altie, will take you through our cyber safety module. In high school, students are constantly interacting with the online world, whether it's through social media, messaging platforms, online classes, or online gaming. While the internet offers valuable opportunities for connection and learning, it also comes with risk. Students may face challenges like cyberbullying, misinformation, or privacy issues. To stay safe online, it is crucial for students to understand the importance of cyber safety. The aware approach helps students make smarter, safer decisions on the internet. This method encourages them to think critically about the content they share, who can access it, and the potential consequences of their actions online. By following aware, students can safeguard their online lives and contribute to learning a safer, more respectful online community. The introduction of the aware approach. A stands for appropriate. Before sharing anything online, ask yourself if it's appropriate. Is the content suitable for online sharing? Could it be illegal, harmful in any way? W stands for who. Who could see what you are sharing? Are you sharing it just for people you know, or any strangers can view it? A stands for accurate. Is what you are about to share accurate? Make sure what you share online is truthful and does not contain a rumor or fabrication. R stands for respectful. Is your post respectful towards others? Think about whether it could hurt or upset someone when shared. E is for environment. Be mindful of the environment surrounding the content. Does the photo reveal details like your location, school, or home address? Is it from a private or confidential conversation? I will run you through now the learning outcomes. Understand the aware approach. Students will be able to recall the 5 key principles of the aware approach and apply them to their online activities. This will help them make informed decisions about what to share and how to interact online. Access online audiences. Understand the importance of privacy setting and knowing when something is only meant for friends versus the wider public. Evaluate online information. Students will learn to critically assess whether online information is accurate and reliable. Respect others in the digital space. Students will gain insight into how to treat others with kindness and respect online. I will now hand you to my teammate, Meena Altie.
The first teaching resource will focus on guiding students through the safe steps involved in creating a social media account. This activity aligns with learning outcomes 2 and 3, providing students with the opportunity to develop an understanding of online privacy. They will learn to distinguish between content that is appropriate to share publicly and content that should be shared only with trusted friends. A class discussion will be initiated, guided by the following questions. What information do you need to start a social media account, and what are the things that you would post online? Following a class discussion, students will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will be given a fictional social media profile representing a specific individual. These profiles will contain varying types of personal information. As a class, each group will present their finding and discuss what they have learned about their assigned individual. After all groups have shared their insights, students will be prompted to consider whether hearing the information discovered by other groups could reveal additional details or provide a more complete picture of their individual. As students realize how much information can be gathered about an individual through online profiles, they will be asked to create a list of potential implications of sharing personal information on the internet. Next, students will be complete a true or false online interactive activity to assess their understanding of safe online practices and reinforce key concepts related to digital privacy and responsible internet use. To support diverse learning needs, a hard copy of the worksheet will be provided to selected students. This version will include more detailed instructions and guided questions to help them navigate the activity and formulate their answers This teaching effectively. Resource targets outcome 1, where students will have the chance to understand and demonstrate the aware approach in their online activity. Students will work in a groups of 5 to create and present a digital poster. Each group will be assigned 1 letter from the aware approach and will be responsible for researching its meaning and explaining how it can be applied to promote safe and responsible online behavior. A poster scaffold will be provided to guide students in organizing their research and effectively presenting their findings. Including class discussions within the teaching resources is intended to encourage maximum student participation and information sharing. Additionally, both teaching resources are specifically designed to address learning outcomes 1, 2, and 3. Some of the limitations are access to technology when conducting an online activity, where not all students students will have equal access to devices and reliable internet connections, and some students may struggle with online formats that do not cater for their preferred learning style. Group work may lead to unequal participation among the group members, which will result into imbalanced workload. Activity 2 has the strength of providing clear expectations to students when they are performing an activity that is supported with a well-structured scaffold, which will lead to enhance their focus. Additionally, group work will improve collaboration and promote effective teamwork.
Thank you, Meena, for those resources. To display student understanding and approaches to this module, we have designed a questionnaire. This Microsoft form document, accessed through the provided link, will allow students to answer some knowledge questions through the targeted learning outcomes. For example, question 1 assesses their understanding of the AWARE approach and its applications to real scenarios. It will also assess how they are currently engaging online and how they will in the future. This task is self-paced and can be completed after the module. It will allow students to reflect on what they learned during the lessons. Additionally, it will introduce students to some of the final assessment questions. The feedback from this task will allow teachers to provide additional support to students who may not fully grasp the aspects of digital literacy and privacy. It would also be targeted to the general capabilities, developing their skills in creative and critical thinking while practicing digital safety and well-being, communicating and collaborating.
To gauge students have truly understood this topic, we provide an assessment task with 5 activities pertaining to the 5 learning outcomes respectively. Each question is designed to stimulate a student's critical thinking skills, as this is the most important factor in ensuring a child's safe use of their digital environments. It also aligns with the expectations set in the learning outcomes. The outcomes require students to be observant, rational, and responsible in how they conduct themselves in regards to cyber safety. The questions for learning outcome 3 are a good representative of the assessment method. The first question is a scenario where the misinformation has been made apparent by a third party. Students will write their responses in a guided manner as they know where to start their evaluation. The second question gives no indication on the authenticity of the source. Students must independently prove that the source is inauthentic. By providing an indicator in the first question and then removing it in the next allows students to develop their independent critical thinking skills. As in some real-life cases, people can lack the necessary indicators for misinformation, fraudulent, or illegal behavior. By developing a student's independent judgment and analysis, they'll become more responsible for their online activities. As for the overall layout and progression of the assignments, we have to consider the number of learning outcomes that need to be addressed in a concise manner. It is prudent to simplify some of the questions to short paragraphs or to yes or no answers. Putting too much pressure on students to provide detailed analysis will create cognitive overload and unneeded stress. Another consideration is that for all except the question for learning outcome 5 requires an internet connection. It is important to emphasize that not all students have a reliable internet connection or access to a digital device. Therefore, the assessment is tailored to accommodate for those students. To gauge students have truly understood this topic, we provide an assessment task with 5 activities pertaining to the 5 learning outcomes respectively. Each question is designed to stimulate a student's critical thinking skills, as this is the most important factor in ensuring a child's safe use of their digital environments. It also aligns with the expectations set in the learning outcomes. The outcomes require students to be observant, rational, and responsible in how they conduct themselves.
Thank you, Osman, for that final assessment overview. This module is a scaffold assessment of resources and assessments to provide students with an engaging and reflective sequence of learning. The knowledge component and teaching annotations are done to provide context and deep understanding. This is followed by the reflective activity and final assessment task, which will allow students to reflect on what they learned during the lessons. It was created with design and inclusivity in mind for students across cultures and demographics. Thank you for listening to this module on digital safety. And these are our references and resources. Thank you.